Something we've only seen less than a handful of times since this franchise was born back in the 90s, and that's Jacksonville hosting in the playoffs as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the New England Patriots and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The winner gets a trip to sunny Arizona for Super Bowl 57. The AFC title game is underway. From a yard or two deep, here comes the return.
What now?
They begin the drive with Williams. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off, and the Jags are going to take possession of the football. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. And I guess we're back to square one. A rocky start here. A turnover followed by a turnover.
Not exactly what we expected going into the game, but I always wonder about the nerves and people starting, the emotions of the game. Sometimes it takes a little while for that to play out and for them to settle in. Let's hope that that's taken care of now.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Quinnen Williams, so hard to block, and he shows it that time, making the tackle for loss. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Carr. He completes it to Julio Jones. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. 3rd and 7 now.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Quinnen Williams in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away. Back deep, the former All-Pro Tyler Lockett. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about it. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team, because now your defense has to make that stand up.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult third down call now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing on third down, Smith. This complete to Jones. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up fourth down. They snap it to Smith. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. No score after 1 on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Right back to Sanders on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Another run here with Sanders. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he stopped immediately there. Joey Bosa in on the stop. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was paid too.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Alert! Alert!
Up the gut, Fournette. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. The keeper good for only 4, and that's going to lead to a fourth down. The kick by Gold is good, and the Jaguars Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here we go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 2nd and 9, Smith. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Now Geno on 1st down. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Josie Jewell. And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw.
Screenplay set up for Williams. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From the gun, it's Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt him later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
He's going to drop this down to Sanders.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Come on.
Geno now to throw. He lets it fly for Lockett. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Jaguars. Tyler Lockett, 65 yards.
And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Pats at the line ready to go.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Carr's throw taken in by Cooper here.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Carr now to throw. Again, it's Cooper as he makes the catch. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Carr. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with only 9 seconds remaining, when not much time, we'll see how they play this. Now Carr to try again after the pick six. He's got his receiver, Cooper. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. The final shot here before half for Carr. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
On 2nd and 9, Smith. Pressure comes and down he goes.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Geno. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. $51 yards on the punt there. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Carr now on 1st down.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Carr.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
That tackle by Trayvon Walker. Nice play. He blows that up behind the line of scrimmage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Smith. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now Smith.
Looks to his running back, and he's got him. It's Miles Sanders.
Touchdown! Miles Sanders. A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jaguars continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Gold with an extra point, and the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.